Good morning, students. The next vegetative morphology of angiosperm is stem. In this topic, we have to study about the stem, its branching pattern and modification of stems. First, we study about the stem. Stem, it is aerial ascending axis of the plant which develops from the plumule of the germinating seed. It is negatively geotropic and positively phototropic. The stem, along with its branches, leaves, flowers and fruits, is called shoot system. Normally, the stem bears and provides support to vegetative and reproductive shoots. The stem and its branches arise from the buds. It is differentiated into nodes and internodes alternating with one another. Leaves come out from the nodes of stem. The portion between the two nodes is called internode. The young stem is green and performs photosynthesis. The stem conducts water, minerals from root to the rest of the plant and transport organic food prepared by leaves to the rest of the plant parts. The branching pattern, next topic is branching pattern. The primary branches develop from lateral buds present on the stem of flowering plants. Axillary buds on primary branches gives rise to secondary branches, and the process is repeated to form next order branches. This leads to the development of particular pattern of branching. The branching pattern is of following two types: monopodial or racemose or indefinite branching, and second is sympodial or cymose branching. Means the branching pattern is of two types: monopodial or racemose or indefinite branching, and second one it is sympodial or cymose or definite branching. First one, monopodial branching. The apical bud of the stem of the plant grows indefinitely, giving rise to a straight stem axis or podium on which the lateral buds grow in an acropetal manner, that is, older buds towards the base of the stem and younger towards the apex of the stem. Since there is a single axis for the shoot, the type of branching is said to be monopodial, and the stem axis grows indefinitely. This branching is also called indefinite branching or racemose branching. But as the plant grows older, the apical bud often get lost and some side branches become very strong, so that the plant loses its monopodial character. Example is casuarina. Second type, it is sympodial or cymose or definite branching. In many plants, as the growth takes place, the apical bud loses its activity and the side branches develop, forming a spreading tree. In this type of branching, the main axis terminates into a flower or a tendril, and before it terminates, it gives off one or more lateral branches. It is also called definite branching because the growth of axis remains limited in this type of branching. Example, Mangifera indica ficus, that is mango and banyan tree. There may be the following types of cymose branching according as one, two or more strong branches develop below the apex. The sympodial or cymose branching is again divided into uniparous or monochagial branching, dichagial or biparous cymose branching, multiparous cymose branching. Monochagial or uniparous branching, only one strong branch develops below the stem or the branch apex at each branching. The leaves are arranged spirally so that there is only one axillary bud just below the apex. Depending upon the number of side branches, this may be of the following two main types. Number one is scorpioid cyme branching and second helicoid cyme branching. In scorpioid type, the successive branches below branch tip are alternately to the right and the left. This will give a zigzag form to the stem. Example, vitis. Second one, helicoid cyme. In this type of uniparous cyme, the branches develop successively on one side of the node. This should give rise to a spiral appearance, hence the name helicoid cyme. Example, Saraka asoka. Second type of cymose branching, it is dichagial or biparous cymose. In this case, two lateral branches develop at each node. This usually happens when there are two opposite leaves at each node and therefore there are two opposite axillary buds. This gives rise to an asymmetrical shoot known as dichagium. Very often the apical buds dies off early so that no trace of them remains, and then it seems that the apical bud has bifurcated, giving rise to two branches. Example, Carissa carandus. Last one, that is multiparous cymose branching. If there be more than two leaves at each node and if the apical bud does not develop, there will be more than two branches at every node. It may be trichagium type, three branches at each step. Example, Nerium. More than three branches in croton. This is all about the structure of the stem, its functions and the branching pattern of the plant system. In next period we study about the modification of stems. Thank you.